Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton, also known as the Inventor Lady, and hopefully your licensing agent or something that we can fix in the near future. So today we're talking about getting the information you need to make good decisions. And the best thing I can say is see if you can find a local inventor group that is associated with the United Inventors Association. When you join a group like that, you're going to get, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You want to know the facts. You want to know what your options are. You want to be able to talk to people who have been there and done that. Um, there's a couple of groups out there that be careful. The United Inventors Association is the one that you want to be associated with, right? We're going to be launching on the third Thursday in July, the meeting for rural America. And we are one of the Gold Seal members of the United Inventors Association. So join us. That way you can be anywhere in the States and join our meeting. In fact, you could probably be anywhere as long as you can get the link. We work through Meetup. All right. So the link will be posted there. And, it's a place where you can come and talk to people. You can share your stories, the good, bad, and the ugly, and be able to gather information. And then the service providers who are going to be honest with you. All right. So why a meeting and not a book? Well, books are frequently done with you in mind as the buyer, and their business model is to sell you the book. It doesn't mean you're necessarily getting the best information, right? There's nobody there then to discuss, all right, and answer your questions. All right. When you go to a meeting, and there's a speaker there, it may not be a speaker that you are necessarily wanting to hear at that moment, but there's usually time then for questions and answers at some point in the evening or some networking that's done. And then you can say, this is where I'm at. This is what I've done. What are my next options? Okay. So next options for a lot of people is to, one, make a spreadsheet and decide where you are in the process so you know what to do. All right. The Inventor's Galaxy Guide is posted on my website, inventorlady.com. It's free. It's going to give you the 7 phases of getting from I have an idea to the marketplace. Now, most of it is focused on licensing, all right, because most inventors really don't want to put the 250 to 500,000 into an invention, all right, by themselves. All right, it's gotten riskier these days. When you license it, the licensee is going to do the heavy lifting, and one these days is going to be to defend the product against infringement. That's a biggie right now. And so when you say, well, I'm not going to file a patent because I can't afford to defend it. Oh, well, I heard somebody say that last week to one of our inventors, and it's like, really? That's where you're going to go, is to tell them if they can't afford to defend it, they shouldn't file it? It's like, give me a break. So that got me going, and part of the reason for the conversation today. That is a bad reason to not file. All right, file, keep control of the intellectual property, license it, and let somebody with deeper pockets fight the infringement. Classic example, Josh Malone with Bunch of Balloons. All right, great product. Oh my goodness, if you have ever filled a water balloon, you are grateful to have Bunch of Balloons. I have. Really like Bunch of Balloons. He had licensed it to a toy manufacturer in New Zealand. When he was infringed on, they are the ones that went after it. Millions of dollars, several years, and they eventually won. And Josh would be the first one to tell you if he hadn't licensed it, he would never have been able to fight the battle. So when you go to the meetings and you're able to ask questions, a lot of times that's where you're able to hear, 2 people debate sides, and you're able to then gather the information to ask better questions, right? So join us. We do a Colorado and Utah meeting on the 2nd Thursday of the month, and then rural America on the 3rd Thursday of the month. Every month, join us, all right? Ask your questions, and you don't have to go any further than your computer. The meetings are all virtual. We put out a link for you. There are other meetings. Some of them are in person around the country, especially in the major metropolitan areas. So if you are wanting to get out and sit across the table for somebody, look in your area. There are a lot of the groups that are associated with the United Inventors Association. Ask. That's the one you want. All right. Be careful out there. There's a lot of people, like I always say, doesn't matter how you dress the shark is still going to eat you. Be careful. ask questions, learn, log in. See you next month. Rita Crompton.